Well, hello everyone. I am so pleased it's my turn to do the Bible story and activity for you all this week. We're all missing you so much. I know Eleanor is too. Now, our Bible story this week tells us how Jesus was walking along the Sea of Galilee and he met some people. And those people had a certain type of job. If I show you some clues, I wonder if you can work out what their job was. Now, if you go to St Andrew's School, you might be able to get this really quickly because we heard this Bible story not that long ago. So my first clue is this. We've got a boat. And my next clue is this. Let me see. So we've got a net. My last clue is this. A fish. So I wonder if you know what job those people did. If we've got a boat, a net, and a fish. They were fishermen. They were fishermen, the people who Jesus met. And so I thought, thinking about those people, I would go fishing today. So let's see what I can catch. So I'm not using a fishing net, I'm using a fishing rod. There we are, I made this one. This is not really what a proper fishing rod looks like, is it? But let's see what I can catch with my fishing rod. Oh, this might be a bit hard work. Oh, I've caught my first fish. Caught my first fish. Put him there. Let's see if I can catch another one. Oh, I think they must have been better fisher people than I am because I'm not very good at this. Oh, and I've got my next fish. And, oh, nearly. There we are. Oh, one more fish. Let's see if there's anything else in my pretend lake. There we go. Oh, I've caught something else with my fishing rod. But that's not a fish, is it? That doesn't look like a fish to me. It's a person. I've caught a person in my lake. Well, that's a bit strange, isn't it? But in our Bible story, Jesus said to the fisherman he met, "Follow me, and I will make you fish for people." So he was saying to them, you're not going to fish for fish anymore, like this. You're going to fish for people. Well, that's a very strange thing to say, isn't it? I wonder what Jesus meant when he was saying that. Well, when Jesus was talking to the people he met, there we are. There's one, we'll pop him there. When he said to them, "I will make you fish for people," what he meant was, come and follow me and help me tell everyone about God and about God's love. Help me to get to people, to gather people. That's what he meant when he said, "I will make you fish for people," because they were fishermen. So, those people that Jesus met, they left their nets and they left their boats and they left the fish and they followed Jesus to help him fish for people. Now, we're going to think a little bit about fishing for people while we do our activity. So when Jesus told his followers to go and fish for people, I wonder if you know how they did that. Do you think they went around with nets and caught people? I think probably not. Do you think they used a fishing rod like I did? Probably not. Well, Jesus went with his disciples, and to fish for people, they told stories and they listened, and Jesus went around and he healed people and he cared for people, and that's how they fished for people. That's how they got people to hear about God, not with fishing nets. So I thought we could think today about fishing for people. So all you'll need is some paper and some pens or pencils, whatever you like to use. Ooh, they're all rolling away. And what I thought we would do is I'm going to draw a sea. So I've drawn my sea on the bottom of my paper, and you can colour it in. But I might just do some wiggly lines to show that the sea is moving. There we go. So we've got our sea. And I thought that we could draw some fish. I'm not very good at drawing, lots of you know this. But I'm going to draw my fish. And what I'm going to do is draw some big fish and some little fish. I'm going to draw a really big fish now. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have drawn my lines. There we are. So I've drawn some fish in my sea. In my lake or my sea or the ocean. And when I've drawn my fish, I'm going to draw some people. Now I think what I'll do is do a little, like a pier. Have you ever been to the seaside and seen a pier? Where it's like a bit of wood or stone that goes out so that you can walk a bit further out and see the sea. That's what I've drawn there. And I'm going to draw my people. Now, when we draw people, because lots of you know I'm not very good at drawing, I normally draw a stick person, don't I? But what we need this week is to make sure that we have like an outline so that we can put things inside. So like this, a little bit, but probably better. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, use different colours actually. 3 people. So I've drawn my people, but I've drawn them so that they have like an outline so that I can put things inside. Because what I thought we would do is when we're thinking about fishing for people, Jesus was asking his disciples to tell them about God. And we're going to think a little bit today about what are the best ways to help people see things, help people understand things, because this week is also a special week for lots of churches. It's called the Week of Prayer for Christian Unity, which is a very long name. But what that means is lots of Christians are thinking about being together. That's what unity is, being together. And sometimes we might disagree. Do you ever have this in your house? I do sometimes when I think, I would have done that a different way. Or, oh, I don't think I would have done that at all. And sometimes we disagree like we do at home. But what we're thinking about in the week of prayer for Christian unity is about how we all still be friends and how we all work together. So when we're thinking about our fishing for people, we're going to try and keep that in mind and think, what are the things I can do to help keep the people I know, the people I've fished for, and that might be family or friends or our teachers. What are the best things I can do to think about that keeping together? Well, I think my first thing, and I'm going to write it inside my person, but you could, if you wanted to make your people more decorated, you could do it above them or next to them or something. I've written in my first person, can you see that? Listening. Listening helps us, doesn't it, to be together, to be part of a team. What else can I think of? I'm going to write being kind, because being kind is very important, isn't it, when we're trying to be part of a team, when we're trying to all be together. And I've got one more. What should I put in the last one? I think let's put sharing. I put sharing, because that might mean sharing our things, our toys, our whatever we want to share, but also might mean just sharing our ideas, sharing the things we think about. That's a good thing to do as well, isn't it, to keep us all part of a team. Now, when you've done your little lake and your fish and your people, try and think, these are the people that I've fished for. So I might think of my friends, or I might think of my husband. Those are people I've fished. They're part of my family, they're part of my group. And think about those things, those ways that we can share with them and can make sure that we are part of that team. And that's what Jesus did with his disciples when they were fishing for people. They shared and they listened. They went around and told stories. And that was a really good thing, because more and more people got to learn all about Jesus's different stories, his things that he had done, and learn about God. And he did it in a kind way, like our people on our drawing. We're going to listen to our Bible story now. I hope I get to see some of you soon. Bye! Hear the Gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ according to Mark. Glory to you, O Lord. As Jesus walked beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and his brother Andrew casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. Come and follow me, Jesus said, and I will send you out to fish for people. And at once they left their nets and they followed him. when Jesus had gone a little further, he saw James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John in a boat, preparing their nets. Without delay, Jesus called them, and they left their boat and they followed him. This is the gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ.